Alright, Peekaboo, hello, hello. I think, oh, my, oh, shut up, Windows! Oh, shut up, Windows, hang on. So you guys don't get Windows jump scared. Is it good now? Okay, I think we're good, okay. Bam, and, bam. I think we're good. Alright, let's hope that OBS doesn't completely mess this up really badly. I will be significantly annoyed if that is the case. Bam! There we go, Hi! Hello, how you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Why am I so low FPS? Am I crazy? Am I stupid? Why do I feel so low FPS? Am I low FPS to you guys? Or am I like losing it? I feel like I think I might be losing it. You look fine? Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure. I'm like really like on edge, I guess, with this setup because I don't like streaming my browser in the first place because I'm always really paranoid, but also it's just I have my whole, like, I have the browser, I'm on the other side of the screen, I got, like, I feel bad because you can, like, barely see the page art, and opening the page art is gonna, like, make it, the browser do all, we got this, I'm just hoping I set up, we'll see in a minute if I got it right. Hiding the Ren art, I see? There is no Ren art! Wait, did I send you the Ran Albert Wesker art? Did I ever send that to you or in my server? I don't think I did. I think I forgot to do that. It was Ran dressed up as Wesker, just like saying the whole 7 minutes. Not in my DMs, okay. I don't think I put it in my server either then. I think I forgot. I gotta get that. It's so fucking funny. It's such a funny image. But alright, yeah, so today we are going to be... Oh, I forgot my mic's a little messed up. I can't be loud and stuff. PDF setup was nice. I'll be sure to send you more of those for the mangas. Hey, yeah. If you're ever able to, I would very much appreciate it. But it's not like a deal breaker or anything. So don't stress about it too much. Don't worry about it, buddy. I appreciate you helping me out with all this very much. I very much appreciate it. Alright, yeah, so today we're gonna be reading CAGE in Lunatic Runagate. I finished Silent Syndrome Blue about a month ago. Just a little less than that. A couple days, but about a month ago. You're welcome, Kit? Wait, you're welcome what? What? Huh? Oh, I didn't even see Kit, more like Kitty got him. I'm gonna throw something at you. Hang on. I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna keep reusing the bit because I can. No one's gonna stop me. Puyogi after calling me Kitty. There you go. That's you. That's you, Puyogi. That's you, Puyogi. That's you. I got the live action fucking badum. There you go. I got that shit on demand. If I ever am able to afford an actually good like setup like microphone wise and stuff for my drums, I want to do drum streams. Think I just want to just do covers of songs and stuff. I think that'd be so much cool. That'd be so much cool. I'm such a way with words. That'd be so cool. That'd be so freaking sick. I'm pulling in a hike. Hi Ash, what's up, buddy? How you doing? The 8 kids. Wait, that's actually kind of genius. That's genius. That's genius. The 8-kit drummer. Dude, I used to watch the 8-bit drummer so much. He's so cool. He's legitimately like that. I'm not even lying. He's literally the reason that I want to do that in the first place. That I want to like do drum streams in the first place. He's the reason I'd even consider doing it. Okay. I'll give you guys a bit of deep lore. Here, okay? I don't think you guys might know the band, but not the specific song / solo. But the origin story for why I started playing the drums in the first place was actually Rush, Neil Peart. Neil Peart was a fucking legendary drummer. That man was amazing. That guy was awesome. He was goated. He was the best damn drummer I ever seen in my life. And I actually got to see him live. I got to see him live back it was like over 10 years ago. I got to see a Rush concert live in person. I got to see one. And that shit was was magical to me. That was awesome. That's not why I started playing drums. That was long after, because I've had a drum kit. I've had a pair of drumsticks in my hands literally since I was a Goo Goo Gaga's baby. When I was literally a year old, this is like some crazy deep lore I'm dropping for no reason. When I was like literally a year old, my first Christmas, my grandma was like, you know what? I'm getting this kid a drum set. And she got me a drum set. And then every day I would as soon as I was able to hold the sticks and hit the drums, I would sit there all day, every day, just beating the hell out of the drums, just hitting random drums and cymbals and thinking I was playing a cool, good song and all that. I was obsessed. I had so much fun with it. And then along came Rush. We had this old Rush DVD. And specifically, there was a solo that Neil Peart did called O Batterista, which I'm probably saying that wrong, but oops. I would have that on the old shitty TV that we used to have. I would have that playing constantly all the time, and I had my drum set in front of the TV, and I would be hitting the drums, pretending I was playing along with him. And as soon as the song ended, I would get up, I would rewind it, I would go back to the beginning of the song, and then I would just do it again. I would do that just like day in, day out. I had so much fun with it. And then Kit made Fire songs on par with in the thick of it. Dude, I wanna do an original song. That'd be cool too. I really want to do a cover, but my first vocal cover, but that would be Bad Apple. Granted, I don't know how to sing at all, so that's gonna be a while. I hope it doesn't go horribly badly, but I'm gonna try, when that does happen to be a thing, I'm gonna try very damn hard to make sure it doesn't go horribly badly. Have you heard the awesome solo from the House Set promo beat remix? No, I have not. You'd have to send it to me. They put drummers in a Camellia song? Are you serious? Wait, are you serious? You gotta send me the song if that's the case. I gotta hear that. But yeah, out of curiosity, does anybody in chat, is anybody here familiar with Rush, just the band, or Neil Peart specifically, any of his stuff? Is anybody here familiar with them at all? Neil Peart, Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, any of those guys? My dad loves Rush. Your dad is based. Tell your dad that the random Fox femboy on the internet thinks he's awesome. And that we're besties now. Don't actually tell him that. I love Rush. I love Rush so much. I actually have a DVD sitting right next to me. Taking Center Stage, A Lifetime of Live Performance, Neil Peart. Got this sitting literally right next to me. I'm sure he'll take that news kindly for sure. So yeah, there's some crazy random deep lore for no reason. I know you guys probably know that I like the drums and all that, but that's a bit of the backstory behind it, and me being a diehard Rush fan, Neil Peart, all that. Neil Peart was awesome. I gotta look up Bermudan Triangle later. That's awesome. Sent, nice, thank you. actually didn't know about the drum thing. I guess that since you've come around, I hadn't had the chance to mention it yet, because it's like something I kind of mention in passing sometimes. Yeah, I have 2 drum sets, actually, right next to me. One is new/old. It's like old from someone else that didn't want it anymore, and they're like, hey buddy, you want this? I'm like, you bet. They just gave it to me. I have here, hang on, actually, I'll get to the reading in a second. I'm having fun chatting for a minute. I have drum sheet music here for Chronos by Sefid. I don't really know how to say that name, but that was a song. I learned how to play this on the drums. This is incredibly fun to play. If I had a proper setup, I would post a drum cover of it. That would be sick. This is a really fun song to play. The song is amazing. It's awesome. It took me a bit to learn it. It definitely took me a minute because I don't know. It was just like some of the. I'm usually pretty good, but there was like a couple of things, a couple like weird offbeats and whatever that like really were throwing me for a loop for a while. But I eventually got it. I said, listen to it real quick. All right. Had no idea you like the drums. Yeah, I love the drums. I love the drums. I don't know if you just got here now or you heard before, but I was just talking about how I'm like a diehard Rush fan. I love Neil Peart and all of his work, and I got the Neil Peart DVD right next to me. I got a DVD that's just about him, talking about him, like his live performances and other stuff he's done. Let me open this up. Gonna pause this. It is at, where is it? 1:30 and then 3:10. All right. Yo! That sounds so cool. Wait, that's so good. And then 310. So I know I don't talk about her a lot, but would you guys believe me if I said I also really like Raiko a lot? Have I said that before? I feel like I've probably mentioned it at some point, but she's definitely not a character I frequently mention. And then 310. I mean, this is part of the reason why I like Raiko so much. I don't talk about her as much, but I do like her a lot. Makes sense? Yeah. Mentioned it like once, yeah. I love Raiko. Let's hear this. Yo, okay, hang on. I'm listening that one more time. That was sick. That was so sick. I'm listening that one more damn time. That is so cool. It's so cool, man. It's so good. That is so cool. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that is so awesome. Hey, what's up, Karen? How's it going, buddy? How you been? That is so sick. Dude, is there... I know there's a couple of mods for the house set. Is there one specifically for Touhou 14? Is there a house set mod specifically for 14? Okay, will you be the first person to play Hypertone on real drums? Yeah, buddy, I got you. I'm gonna somehow spawn a black hole in the process with how fast my hands are gonna be, my arms are gonna be hitting the drums, but like, we'll figure it out. It'll be worth it. I may obliterate everything, but it'll be so damn worth it. Prison River Orchestra has a great cover of Raiko's theme. I need to hear that too. You gotta send that to me. I'll send that after stream. Yeah, by you. Okay, you. All right. I was gonna say you gotta send it to me, but it would be on TH Crap. All right. Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna be using that. That's gonna be the one game I think I'm gonna go out of my way to use the house set for, because that is sick. Maybe I start grinding for perfects on Raiko fight after a Yukari run. Try to John Zin's art style, namely after either Imperishable Night or EOSD, and it looks so off, and I don't know if it's my line art or my shading. I'm not sure. You'll figure it out. I believe in you. I am not really an artist. I've been trying a bit lately. I'm trying my hand at drawing a bit again lately. It's been a bit slow, but I'm working on it. I've been messing around a little bit. There's a remix a friend sent me where it samples her last spell cards as part of the beat. Her last spell cards? Oh, it does. Her spell cards like, her last spell card has like a bit of a beat to it. Like, or maybe it syncs to the song or something, don't it? Is you locked into like 4 years ago? Do you have any that you're okay sharing? Made a house set mod for every game? Hell yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. Let's go. Gonna have to try the 14 one. Alright. We'll at least start while we're talking, just so that we get a bit of reading done. I have to find the sketchbook. Hell yeah. I will definitely show off some of my stuff, some of the little doodles I've been doing. Apparently, it's gonna happen. I want to info dump so bad, but I can't. I shouldn't. I'm gonna show off some of it at some time. It's gonna be peak, and you guys are gonna think it's so damn cool. I hope at least. I've been working so damn hard on this. I really hope it turns out good. Satori Komeiji, what's up? Welcome. And what does extinct honey eaters in Hawaii Islands? Huh? What does extinct honey eaters in Hawaii Islands? Huh? We got a collab because percussion is one of my weakest skills. Dude. As soon as I can get like a mic setup, like for my drums or an electric drum kit, literally either, because I just have 2 acoustic kits right now. As soon as I can get like some way of recording these without it sounding horribly, I want to do drum stuff so bad. Go to the what on Wikipedia? The what? Alright, one more small detour before I don't know what that means. No, I don't know what that... What do you have me look up, actually? Hang on, what is this? What does this mean? Soap trusted you! Okay, I got that one. Soap trusted you! Well, he's dead now, so unlucky, El Bozo. I used to love... So why in bloody hell does Makarov know you? Price, my goat. Badass. I used to love Call of Duty games. This really is just an extinct species Wikipedia, is it? Thanks for sending, buddy. I'm gonna listen to that shit later, too. I gotta hear that. I don't really listen as much Camellia anymore. I used to listen to him a lot, but I think, like, because everybody on Osu ever loves to map only Camellia songs, I got a little kind of burnt out with a bit of his music, so I kind of just started looking for other stuff. Alright. Chapter 1, The Sage's Recollection. The moon shone down on Gensokyo in early summer, bathing the land in a cool, white light. As moonlight is much brighter than sunlight to yokai, it illuminated things that they were normally unable to see. What happened? Are we good? Are we good? You're scaring me. Is stream good? Is stream good? Are we good? Are we good? Is everything okay? Hang on, let me look at OBS. Everything is sound. Oh, ooh. Hang on. Do you guys hear me okay? You can hear me? Okay, okay, it might be Crimson, and then... 24-dimensional, non-Euclidean, deep blue Starfall Vertigo is one of the greatest Kamiya songs. That is a lot of words. Oh my gosh. Dude, I've thought about streaming the Call of Duty, like, campaigns at some point. That'd be fun. But if I play Call of Duty on stream, I would just be playing zombies. That'd be it. There's a couple of Resident Evil Zombies maps, actually. There's a couple of those. One of them seems pretty okay. The rest seem kind of just copy-paste, weird, low effort, but, I mean, fuck it. I respect it. Zombies is peak? It is peak. Do you play at all, Puyogi? I imagine you used to, but do you play at all currently by chance, or nah? On nights like this, the yokai stalk the night paths illuminated by the moon, lying in wait for humans to attack. Yokai can see perfectly by the light of the moon, but humans' eyes are blinded by the darkness. People can't see the path well in the dark, and they can't easily tell if what's standing before them is human, yokai, or just a stone. Nope, never owned a COD game. It was a perfect sleepover game. It was, dude. Dude, it fucking was. Call of Duty Zombies split screen. I would give anything to go back to those days. I would give anything. As a result, most humans don't travel at night. And the same as always, most humans were shut tight in their homes, so nobody noticed the mysterious object that fell from the sky at night. Just what was this thing that fell from the sky? At a distance of 10 fathoms? About 18 meters. Okay, sure. Or more. It would appear to be something fluttering like a piece of cloth, almost like a certain yokai from a story for children, flying freely through the night sky and eventually disappearing over the shrine. Alright, am I able to show this, like, normally? Whoops. This is way too much work to show each page. That's a lot. Whatever, it's fine. I can do it quickly. It's not that big of a deal. Today is the day of the monthly lunar festival. This festival is held on the night when the Earth and the Moon are closest during the full moon at the time. The festival uses round objects, such as dumplings, as fake full moons in a symbolic attempt to keep the full moon far away. If the moon is far away, then the moon's emissaries will stay away, as well. Of course, I was the one who first thought up this festival. Now, the rabbits should be in the garden, pounding rice for the dumplings. The dumplings they make have various sorts of medicine mixed into them, according to my directions. This medicine is significant for two reasons. One is that, while we say that the rabbit on the moon pounds rice cakes, they're really making medicine. And the other is it's likely that the rabbits will sneak some of the dumplings into their mouth as they make them. Since the dumplings have medicine in them to make the rabbits more excited, the festival will be all the more lively if they sneak some to eat, as I expect they will. Medicine like desire? Medicine like touhou? Dude, this stupid translation thing. Hang on. Let me see if I can turn off this translation thing. I don't think I can. This shit sucks. Your workers. Most ethical event in Touhou. Or something. Most ethical boss in Touhou. Now, no, wait, I already read that. I first saw the glimmering cloth in the eastern sky while listening to the rabbit's song and gazing at the sky. The cloth shone with a pale light. As the sage of the moon, Eren Yagakoro, I knew that the light shone on the same wavelength as the moonlight. That it was, in fact, a lunar veil. Alright. I don't know how else to do this. I'm just gonna pull up each art like this. I don't really know how to do this. I'm sorry, you guys. I wish this site just, like, put it in the middle of the screen instead of making me open another page. Tay, is that supposed to be Tay or something, or someone that just looks like Tay? I think that is like for real Tay. I think. Benoy. Setup works enough. If it works, it works. It's good enough. Alright, this one isn't loading. This one isn't loading. Sorry guys, that one's not working. I hope that won't be a thing that happens consistently. Excuse me, Master. The festival has ended with no problems. It was Tsukasa's art you're missing out? Dude, Tsukasa wouldn't be in a written work, man. I mean, I wouldn't be that lucky. Never. One of the rabbits entered my room, named Reisen Yudongain Inaba. She's the moon rabbit who calls me her master. Her real name is just Reisen, but since she lives on Earth now, I gave her a name written in the fashion used by those born on Earth. She originally fled the lunar war, but I hid the fact that she stumbled upon this house by accident. All of the moon rabbits, including her, have the ability to communicate with each other across long distances. I believed that by hiding her existence here, I could obtain information about the lunar capital. She has been, indeed, a great help to me. She's done a great deal to help ensure that we can continue to live safely on Earth like this. Will this one work? Bunny, Benoy. Hey, it's that one character nobody cares about! Oh no. Hi. Hi, Kaguya. That was awfully quick, Reisen. I hope you're not cutting corners because it's been so calm lately. No, Kaguya is awesome? Dude, okay. I'm gonna be completely real with you. I think you might actually be the only person I've ever met that has said that in my presence. I'm like not even trying to be snarky or annoying or shit on people's characters here. Genuinely, I think it's like the first time I've ever heard someone say this. Like, I'm not even trying to be a smartass about it. She's a NEET, just like me. You're literally not a NEET, though. Don't you have a job? Don't you literally have a job? Of course not. We've taken great care, as usual, to make sure the festival ended smoothly. The Earth Rabbits were happy to eat their fill of dumplings. Yeah, I do, then you're just lying to me, you liar! You lying liar! How could you? How could you? Well, good work. Oh, where's that other girl? Raisin's expression darkened a bit on hearing my question. You mean Tay? Tay's off playing somewhere, same as ever. It's easier for her to disappear on festival days. Aaron and Benoy. Where's it? The Princess of the Moon, Kaguya, lived in Gensokyo, hiding for over 1,000 years so that others wouldn't find her. Why did she have to spend those years in hiding? It's because of the grave sin she committed that condemned her to a life of fleeing the emissaries of the moon. If humans knew about her, it would be easy for the moon to find her. That's what we believed. As one of Princess Kaguya's few allies, I've always been by her side to support her with my knowledge. Fortunately, in Gensokyo, there is a place called the Bamboo Forest of the Lost, where even yokai find it easy to become lost. Deep within that forest, I prepared a special mansion for the princess where no one could easily come across it. That is this place, Aintai. Aintai is an unusual structure. As long as humans don't find it, its history does not move forward. Like static? Like is it just, like, stuck in time? Is she, huh? It's the product of the princess's control over eternity and my own knowledge. that the mansion's history never moves forward means that nothing that occurs here will become recorded history. Does that have anything to do with Kane? Kane? Is it Kane or Kane? I feel like I've heard both. How do you say it? Does it have the A at the end or just Kane? Don't think about it too hard? I don't know, man. I'm stupid. I've heard both. I don't know anymore. For a long time, I lived together with the princess in a mansion. So Kane? Kane? Like that? Is that how you say it? Three. Motherfucker, how do you get 3 syllables out of that? How? I need I need to find a video of how to like Kane. I thought it Kane? 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 The streams are gonna turn into me learning how to pronounce Touhou names, dude. Kane? Okay, Kane. Isn't that just Byakuren? Byakuren? For a long time, I lived together with the princess in a mansion where history had been stopped for all eternity. For the first few hundred years, we led our lives in secrecy and paid little heed to the passage of time. But, one day, a lone yokai rabbit in white appeared, and everything changed. You did it! Ha! I got it! I still don't know how that rabbit found us out, but it was the first event in Ainte's history since its establishment. The rabbit told us that she was in charge of the bamboo forest of the lost, and it seemed she'd always known we had been living there. Sensing my alarm, she said she had no intention of becoming our enemies, but would help ensure that no humans would ever approach if we would bestow our knowledge on the rabbits. That yokai rabbit was named Tei Inaba, and now lives in Ainte. Yes, that girl's always been something of a free spirit. It's such a pain. She just left, even though the cleanup for the festival is nowhere near finished. And, of course, all the other Earth Rabbits slipped away with her, so now I have to do all the cleaning up. What has she learned from you anyways, if she can't even stay around to clean up? Good job pronouncing Tag correctly. That was one of the first things that happened when I started playing Touhou games on stream. Was I was very quickly corrected that it's Tay and not Tui. Not in like okay, maybe I word that not great. It wasn't in like a mean-spirited or a you're fucking stupid way. It was just like, oh, by the way, it was it's Tay. It's Tay, not Tui. It's Tay. It's Tay. I forgot who it was who corrected me on Tay pronunciation. It was like I don't remember who it was for me either. It was like 3.5 years ago or something like that. Long time. What the fuck? I got the you're fucking stupid way? Unlucky. Maybe they were scared of you being a tourist. Maybe they were scared that you were a tourist. I don't know. After being so abusive, Raisin abusive of Tay? I thought Tay abused Raisin. What's going on here? Raisin remembered that Tay had been at Aintai for much longer than she had. Looking uneasy, she added, "It's not that I criticize the education you gave her, Master. Well, in any case, please go look for her afterwards." Did you get a guy, like, flaming you, or just like, oh, don't say it like that, dummy, it's Tay? Like, do you remember how they said it, out of curiosity? Okay, but this has been on my mind for a while. But aren't you a little too easy on her, Master? It would probably do her good for you to scold her once in a while. She won't listen to me, but I think she'd listen to you. Oh, unfortunately, she won't listen to me either. Tay just does whatever the hell she feels like doing. What? Really? Why do we keep taking care of her then? It was clear that Tay wasn't just a normal yokai rabbit. All the Earth rabbits listened to everything she said, though there was nothing at all dignified in her appearance. The idea of her being able to control a great number of rabbits at will brings to mind the image of a hermit who has achieved enlightenment. Something like, hey, you've been saying Tewi? Is that how you were saying it? Tewi? That's not her pronunciation, you fucking dummy head. You like a cat? Like Tewi? Is that what you were saying? Tewi. Her name is Tewi, guys. Sorry. That's how it looks, okay. Yeah, but like EW, so like Tui. Tui is basically the landlord of Entei, and Kaguya and Eren are the tenants. That is the hardest thing to imagine, because I just imagine Tay being like the stupid, annoying little cousin that they're forced to take care of. That's how I always imagined her. And that's how she almost always seems to be portrayed too. Just like the little shithead, little annoying cousin that nobody likes that always causes problems. The Earth Rabbits only listen to Tai. Do you know what that means? Like they said just now, yeah, I'm just saying, like, as I'm reading it, like, it's insane for me to imagine that, like, it's insane, I guess I worded that bad, to hear that, like, Tai is actually, like, kind of, like, not the important one, she's the one that, like, she's helping them, she's giving them a place to stay. Tewi locks in canon. Yeah, Tewi got this shit. Tewi got this shit, dude. Don't worry about it. That Tay is the most powerful of the Earth Rabbits. Without Tay, we wouldn't be able to use him at all, which would be a problem. Something troubling occurred to me as well. Something troubling occurred to me as we had this conversation. That ray of light was without a doubt a lunar veil. The moon wouldn't send someone all by themselves, but I don't understand the entire situation. I'm sure Tay saw her too, and that's why she disappeared. Anyway, nothing strange happened during the festival, did it? Say, around the shrine, for example? Around the shrine? No. Is something wrong? Maybe. Hopefully it's nothing. The lunar veil is one of several vehicles that allow one to travel between the Earth and the full moon. It's often confused with the divine robes of a heavenly maiden, but the latter refers to articles of clothing constructed from cloth with negative mass, while the lunar veil is a massless garment with moonlight woven into the fabric. They are, of course, completely different things. Whatever I just read went right over my head. I'm throwing this out there. I'm new here. Hey, what's up, Dead Bird Network? What's up? Welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Entei's frozen history had only begun moving again since that incident 3 or 4 years ago. But once it started, there was no going back. Zoomer brain? Where was I? Once our history began to move again, we began to live our lives yearning for the way things had been. Oh, that scared me. I'm banning whoever did that. I'm banning whoever did that, hang on. Thanks, Ash. Thanks, Ash, really cool. Oh, that actually scared the shit out of me. Once our history began to move again, we began to live our lives yearning for the way things had been, just like humans. Yet we had no wish to return to the way things had been when our history had stopped. No problem. If you guys ever, like, find a streamer that, like, streams on both YouTube and Twitch like I do, if they're ever live on YouTube, even if they're not live on Twitch, you can do sound alerts like that to scare them or confuse them. Sound alerts from Twitch will go through. There's your forbidden knowledge. You're welcome, you guys. Now you control YouTube streamers slightly more efficiently. Master, what's on your mind? I still have to clean up from the festival, so I should go back for now. If Tay doesn't come back in a while, I'll go out to look for her. Ah, yes. Please do. And so, Raisin left the room. Perhaps it was because I'd seen the lunar veil earlier, but I was reminded of a time long ago, when I lived in the lunar capital as the Sage of the Moon. Then I acted as the leader of a group of emissaries that traveled between the Earth and the Moon. I also had been the teacher of 2 princess sisters since they were very young. Princesses other than Princess Kaguya, with whom I now live. Is she talking about, who I think she's talking about? Is she talking about Yorihime and Toyohime? Or someone else? I don't remember if they're princesses or not. Am I being stupid? I think I'm being stupid. Is that who she's talking about? I forget. The 2 princesses were my distant relatives. To put it in human terms, one was the wife of a grandnephew of mine, while the other was the wife of their son. They were quite distant relations, but I served as a tutor of sorts to both of them. The older sister was blessed with natural good fortune and never had to deal with any hardship, while the younger sister was extremely intelligent and seemed to absorb everything I said. It was commonly understood that one day I'd leave the emissaries of the moon in their hands. They are princesses, and the answer is yes. Oh, okay. I got it. See, I'm smart. Larp Vichnastia, Larp Visconcia. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. My name is Larp Visconcia, and welcome back to another episode of Five Nights at Gensokyo or something. Oops. I really need new headphones, you guys. So bad. I hate these things. This is irrelevant. I'm more just, like, mad. The cord is messed up, and it's like, if I don't have it sitting, like, the exact, like, if I don't have it sitting in the exact position down to the nanometer, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work properly. It's so annoying, and I hate it. I want to beat the hell out of these things and smash these things. Sometimes. So stupid. But after Princess Kaguya's great crime and subsequent exile to Earth, the moon changed enormously. Well, that's not quite accurate. I was the perpetrator of that crime. I was confident in my knowledge, and because I was too confident, I committed a minor error. That minor error was to give the Horai elixir, that is, the elixir of immortality and eternal youth, to Princess Kaguya. I made the forbidden concoction, and Princess Kaguya drank it to become immortal. And so, she was expelled from the lunar capital. I regretted my actions, and as a result, when it came time to bring Kaguya back to the moon, I deceived the moon's emissaries and rescued Kaguya, and together we hit on Earth. Those who use the Horai elixir to take on the same taint as humans. I knew that even if Kaguya could return to the lunar capital, she couldn't live a normal life. I decided that in order to help her live an easier life, I would prepare a place where she could live as a human. I thought I could atone for my sin like that. Incidentally, the day before I left for the Earth in my capacity as an emissary of the moon to retrieve Kaguya, I left the service of the lunar emissaries in the hands of the 2 sisters I'd been tutoring. 1,000 years have passed since then, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that they're still angry over my sudden departure so long ago. Excuse me, Master. Raisin burst into the room. What's wrong? You're awfully flustered. No, it's nothing that important. We have a visitor. She's flustered too, so I guess it rubbed off on me. A visitor? At this hour? Is it an emergency patient? No, it's that troublesome shrine maiden again. It was like that last time, wasn't it? She suddenly appeared in the middle of the night. Well, I said as we left the room. The lunar veil had appeared in the eastern sky, and the shrine is in the same direction. I felt ill at ease. The imposing figure of a human girl with her arms akimbo... I'm gonna pretend I know what that means. Awaited us in the entryway. She was a shrine maiden of the Hakurai shrine that lay on the eastern edge of Gensokyo. Finally! There you are, you alien! That's... Damn, Reimu, that's kinda messed up, don't you think? That's a little... Guys, can we cancel Reimu Hakure on Twitter? Can we cancel her on Twitter, you guys? That wasn't very nice. Her career is over. She's about to get replaced by Sanai. Gonna be getting dinner, BRB. Good luck, have fun. Not even the worst Reimu has done, to be honest. Probably. I mean, thinks back to her interaction with Meira in Touhou 2. Was it 2, I think? One of your crew is hurt and holed up in my shrine. Do something about it. Oh my gosh. I know what this is. No matter where she goes, the Shrine Maiden seems to start conversations with angry words. Emotional outbursts are no way to start meaningful conversation, but humans don't seem to understand this. One of our crew. Hurt? That's right. I've got an injured yokai rabbit at my place. Go take her back or something. No, not Story of Eastern Wonderland. It's a fun game! It's a good game. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's stuff wrong with it, but it's a good game. Wait a moment. Raisen, I thought you said the festival ended without incident. Yes, that's right. Not a single person was hurt, Raisen answered. Perhaps she's talking about her, then? As soon as I'd said that, a loud voice rang out from behind Reimu as if in reply. I don't know about anyone getting hurt. I've been listening to your conversation, but as far as I know, none of the rabbits are missing. Only the top half of Tei's body could be seen poking out of the greenery behind Reimu. It looked like even Reimu hadn't realized she'd been there. This wasn't the first time Tei had pulled this stunt. She'd be beside you before you know it, and she'd disappear just as quickly. Still, she'd always be around when you really needed her. Oh, Tei! Where have you been wandering around? Well, I guess I haven't started looking for you yet. Raisen began complaining again, but Tei was in no mind to pay any attention to her. Yawn. Well, the rabbits are always so excited for some reason. When the festival is over, I wonder why. Maybe all the, medicine, quote-unquote, they've been having. Just a thought. Just a thought. I'm just spitballing. I'm just throwing it out there. It might or might not have something to do with that. Just kind of, just kind of making a wild little guess here. Just making a bit of a crazy guess here. Well, I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna go rest inside. With that, she stepped into the entryway and made as if to head into the house. I took the opportunity to ask about what had been bothering me before. Just a moment, Tei. Did you see anything interesting during the festival tonight? In the east, near the shrine? Tei stopped to consider that for a moment. Ama no iwato wake no mikoto? I saw a god I haven't seen in a really long time, she said, and made her way into the mansion proper. Since she'd been interrupted, I led Reimu into the parlor and asked Raisen to put on some tea. She may say she doesn't know anything about it, but it's a fact that there's an injured yokai rabbit sleeping in my shrine. Fan and Reimu is throwing hands here, I know. Fan and Reimu, like, you don't even gotta say anything. She'll just start throwing hands for funsies. She'll just do it because she feels like it. Which I think is the funniest version of Reimu, so, do with that what you will. It's funny, so I don't care. It's funny, so I don't give a damn. Well, there aren't any yokai rabbits that Tei doesn't know, so if she says nobody got hurt, I think she's probably right. Would it be so strange to think that one yokai rabbit nobody knows could show up? Yokai always turn up like maggots, Episode 2 of Reimu saying things that'll get her cancelled? Excuse me? That cannot possibly be true. It's much harder for a new yokai to be born than it is for a human. Did this yokai rabbit say anything? She's just been moaning so far. She did have some sort of long robe. The yokai rabbit Reimu spoke of had almost certainly come down from the moon. It was very likely that she was the one I'd been that she was the one I'd seen using the lunar veil earlier. I just, hi Reverb, what's up, buddy? How was the last bit of your stream? How was the rest of your stream, buddy? Hope it went well. I had misgivings about showing a rabbit from the moon where we were living now. It was largely due to Rayson's remarks earlier, how there seems to be a really big disturbance beginning among the Lunarians in the lunar capital. If I were flushed out into the open now, I'd probably be used by one side or another to increase their influence. I had no intention of being wrapped up in any sort of conflict. I'd advise you to be careful around that yokai rabbit. I think you're being tricked by a fox spirit or a tanuki. So we got the Ran and the Mamito mention. Allegedly. Not yet confirmed, but allegedly. What's that? It's true that Tay knows all the yokai rabbits. If Tay says none of them were hurt, the yokai rabbit at the shrine must be a fake. I see. That might be true. If all the yokai rabbits are fine, then that might be true. She didn't look familiar at all. If she's a fake, then her wounds are probably fake too. She might be eating you out of house and home as we speak. If you don't hurry, she'll be gone before you make it back. You're right. I have to hurry back. Reimu got up and left with an agitated look on her face. The tea's ready, huh? By the time Rayson had returned from preparing the tea, the Shrine Maiden had already vanished into the night. Master, had you already finished talking to the Shrine Maiden? Did you see my first message? Did YouTube kill you with a shotgun? YouTube killed you with a shotgun. The first I saw from you was also hi, chat. I guess that also makes sense now. No, just say it in baby words or something. That usually works. Yes. When I told her it was probably a fox spirit or tanuki, she left for home in a hurry. A dubious expression appeared on Rayson's face. A fox or a tanuki? Why did you lie to her like that? If that's what happened, they probably would have taken the form of a human. What would they accomplish by pretending to be a yokai rabbit? Rayson, don't be too shocked, but listen to what I have to say. Okay. The yokai rabbit at the shrine is probably a moon rabbit, like you. What? How do you know? I didn't tell you before, but during the festival, I saw someone come down to Earth using a lunar veil close to the shrine. Rayson had used a lunar veil when she fled the moon those years ago. Her lunar veil is still at Aente, but as she has no intention to return, it's kept sealed away. There are many ways to travel between Earth and the moon, but as the lunar veil is the most primitive, it's fairly time-consuming. It's a method that's primarily used by the moon rabbits. I don't know why she's decided to come here, so I don't want to let her know about Aente. That's why I chased away that Shrine Maiden with those lies. You mean a moon rabbit is at the shrine now? Maybe it was one of Rayson's acquaintances. Even so, bringing her into the fold so quickly would be dangerous. Nobody can say what might happen. I was a fugitive on the run from the emissaries of the moon, and Rayson had fled the moon during the Lunar War. Basically, neither of us wanted to be found. I wonder what happened. What we should do. I wonder if I'd be punished too. Rayson had forgotten to set down the tea service earlier, and I could see it trembling in her hands. Rayson, there's nothing for you to be afraid of. Just do as I say, and nothing will happen to Aente. I'm sure of it. Okay, hang on. I don't remember if this was like a fanon thing or a theory, or if this was canon. Does Rayson like deadass have like some crazy PTSD? Was that like a real thing, or is that just like a theory? I hope YouTube didn't kill that one. No, I didn't see that one either. You can just DM it to me and I'll read it out. Benoy is too cute. Bunny is too cute. She's adorable and we love her very much. Is she like canonically like PTSD riddled, or is that like a theory or something? This is like a genuine question. First, what should we do? First, I want you to set the tea down here and drink it slowly. Raisin's smile returned, and she slowly sipped some tea. Once she'd regained her composure, her question of, what should we do, returned as well. First, you should ask the rabbits on the moon and try to get some information. Okay. You said earlier that some new force is trying to exert itself on the moon. I'd like you to find out anything you can about that force, or who's behind it. She doesn't have PTSD. It's the fact that she was in a war and she fled. She should, to be honest. I always assumed she would. Had heard it tossed around before, and it honestly kind of just makes sense. See, this is why I like Twitch more. Twitch asks you, are you sure you want to send that weirdly obsessive and bad message? Where I can full on respond with yes. YouTube just shoots you with a shotgun, apparently. Yes, that's exactly what it does. Whether she has PTSD or not is fan interpretation. Gotcha. She hasn't had any PTSD in any official thing? Okay. I would have assumed she did, but I mean, I guess that would be probably a little bit much to show, maybe. That's an easy request. Still, the information's only as good as the rabbits it comes from. I'm glad the horny shotgun is spreading over to your channel. Bro, what the hell does that mean? Hang on. So, when do they kiss and when do they smash? Also, hi chat. My first message as pronounced by baby YouTube, no naughty bad words lists. So when will they romantically kiss each other or romantically do the do or something? Yeah, great. Eloquently put, Reverb. Thanks, buddy. What is Reverb typing? I slightly paraphrased, but that's what he said. I ever so slightly paraphrased. Rabbits love lies, gossip, and rumors, so it's hard to take much stock. This? Okay. I'm throwing this out there. This translates over to VTubers. This is completely, like, there's no actual connection here, but, like, when it comes to drama, lies, gossip, rumors, all of that, it's always either Fox or Bunny VTubers. Now you guys know. So it's hard to take much stock in what they might say. Still, there's no smoke without fire. And there's usually a kernel of truth at the heart of any rumor. You forgot to say out that 3 Lenny faces I sent? Oh, my bad. Let me open that DM back up. Okay. I'll finish the sentence. Lenny face. There you go. Gotcha. I got you, buddy. My bad. Please forgive me for my transgression. I didn't mean it like that. I totally forgot to read that out, but there you go. I made up for it. I hope I made up for it. There you go. But you absolutely must not talk to the rabbit at the shrine, even if she tries to talk to you. But why? Because that will just start more rumors. Make sure you do as I say. Who knows what will happen if you don't? And we all know Kid is the gossip Tower of Babel. What do you mean by that? I don't gossip or do drama or anything like that. I don't give a fuck enough. This guy just makes me sound bad instead of being the funny being I am. I don't make you sound bad. I would never do such a thing. Raisin left the room and started speaking while facing the full moon. This method seems doubtful to the uninitiated, but this is how the rabbits can speak to each other over long distances. I watched her and planned our next move. Get back on the SpongeBob grind? Dude, not Spunky Bob. Not Spunky Bob. Oh, I need to try capturing that spell card again, man. Man, I don't even care about beating the mod. I mean, I do, but like, if I can't capture that card, it was all for nothing. That is such a fun spell card, I'm not even lying. Just what could this new power trying to gain control of the moon be? Tourist? You're a tourist! You didn't even get to the spell card! I don't think you did. And you were on normal. If it were an influence from the humans of the outside world, like in the last Lunar War, it wouldn't be a problem. Long ago, the humans had made it to the moon's surface and claimed it as their own by planting a flag. They were probably impressed by their own science and thought the moon really was theirs. Why should he not do it? I don't need to. Yes, you need to. He got to it, though? Oh, I didn't even know he got to it. That's what I was asking. Okay. I didn't even know if he'd gotten to it. If it were an influence from the humans of the outside world, like in the last Lunar War, it wouldn't be a problem. I forget if I... No, I read that. But if you know where to look, the moon's technological prowess was far beyond that of the Earth's. The humans had spoken of building a base on the moon, but in the end, they ran back home before ever deciding on a place, or even acquiring the means to do such a thing. It was a terrible defeat for the humans. BRB, I'm getting a snack. Good luck, have fun, don't choke on it and die! The humans' lunar landings were reported as a great success in the outside world, but their failures were not. The humans kept losing after their first landing, so eventually, they stopped returning to the moon. And we, who remained in contact with the moon, knew how every time they tried to establish a base, they'd failed. Humans rarely seem to learn. In fact, it's more likely they're moving backwards. Even if the humans decided to launch another expedition, it wouldn't create much of a stir in the lunar capital. However, it seems that it's not a problem with the humans this time. I have a feeling that some sort of internal affair may have sprung up. Aaron, it's noisy tonight, isn't it? I wonder what's happening. A soft voice spoke out unexpectedly behind me. It was Kaguya Hirai-san, Princess of the Moon, and the mistress of Ainte. Kaguya, it seems something may have happened all of a sudden in the lunar capital. So that was a lunar veil earlier, after all. Ah, you saw it too? I did, but I couldn't tell what it was, so I didn't think much of it. It was very beautiful, though. Kaguya had a very laid-back personality for a fugitive. This hadn't always been the case. Perhaps she just led a peaceful life for too long. It seems that a wounded yokai rabbit was the one using the veil. She's at the shrine now. A lone yokai rabbit? It seems like that's happened before. A long time ago. A long time ago? Oh, you mean Raisen. You're talking to the guy who hasn't ever beaten PCB rage baiting the lunatic runner? Oh my gosh. Dude, shut up! Shut up! Dude, Look, you should just play PCB. You should just play PCB. Okay? Okay? Well, I wanted to make a meme, but YouTube doesn't have clips. Yes, it does. Kind of. You just can't download them like Twitch, which sucks. When I want to take clips off my YouTube streams, I either have to use one of those YT MP4 things. I have to download like that. Or I just screen record it, which is really annoying to do. If you, Reverb, and I were in an RPG, who would be DPS, support, and tank? You have to think about this for a sec. You have to think about this for a sec. I would say Puyogi tank, Reverb DPS, and me support. I think something like that. But I wouldn't be like a brain dead heal and shield bot. I would be like a utility support. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be like heals and shields. Holy shit, same brain. I'm glad did we all three come to that conclusion? Did we all three come to that same exact conclusion? Great minds think alike. Where was I? A lone yokai rabbit. It seems like that's happened before, a long time ago. A long time ago? Oh, you mean Raisen? We were both very suspicious that time, too. But in the end, it turned out to be no problem at all. It was a full moon, like tonight. On the night Raisin first came to this manor over 30 years ago, when Tay, who watched over the forest, told us an intruder from the moon had appeared. We spent a long time worrying over whether to meet her, or what else we might do. Aaron, we were worried that time as well. But we were better off for having met her. Raisin is truly our ally. So why don't we go meet this moon rabbit too? Benoy, I love Benoy. I was actually just showing the Raisin fight in FDF3 to a friend earlier. It's such a cool fight. Raisin in FDF3 has got to be one of the coolest boss fights in any Touhou fan game. I'm not even gonna lie. She's a fucking badass, and I love her there. Oh shit, I should play that game? You should. You should play that game. But I'm using my points to make you play Desire.exe first, so your call what you do with that. That's up to you, because I'm using my points on Desire.exe first. FDF, what is that game? Fantastic Denmaku Festival. You should play that game too, Reverb. It's very good. You should play it. Next time you stream, you should play that. It's on Steam. Today's National Bunny Day in Japan. That's why there's so many bunny suit arts on Twitter today. Oh, I haven't even opened Twitter today, to be honest. I see, though. I might have to go look at Twitter later. FDF3 is of my own volition, don't worry. And it's easy. It is extremely easy. I'm pretty sure I just did Lunatic off-rip, right, Krem? You probably remember. I think I just did Lunatic off-rip, right? Yeah, it was so easy. And then they added Ultra, and it was hard, but not that hard. Wasn't anything super crazy. Kaguya, you don't seem to be fully aware of your position as a fugitive. I don't think you'd be able to get off easily if we were found out by the moon's emissaries. There's nothing wrong with a little caution. Kaguya simply replied, Aaron, you love to worry, and began to drink some tea. Well, why did you decide to meet with Raisin then? She asked presently. Because I wanted to know what was happening on the moon. Moon rabbits have that special ability, after all. Wait, what is easy then? For game journalists. Hope this helps. Didn't you think about what might happen if she decided to turn us over to the emissaries of the moon? Of course I did. In fact, that is the reason why I'm being so cautious now. If she decided to turn against me, then a single rabbit wouldn't be too much for me to... How cold? I realized that Raisin had disappeared from outside the window. She must have finished her conference with the moon. She was gonna kill Raisin! I'll bring up the test I did on FDF3 Easy. He assuming I'm recalling correctly here, I'm pretty sure he went in Easy and AFK'd to see how long it would take for him to either have to move or to game over. It was one of the two. Yes, I found something, excuse me, oh, Princess... excuse me. Oh, Princess Kaguya is here too. Ah, Raisin, have you finished your conference with the moon? Yes, I found out something important. Raisin stole a glance towards Kaguya. Perhaps I should come back later? Please, go on, Kaguya. Knows most of what's going on, after all. I see. Well, I'll start with the current state of affairs in the capital. Basically, there's a big uproar over the discovery of traces of invaders from the Earth. Invaders from the Earth? I thought this was surely some sort of internal squabble. But it seems to be the work of the humans from outside again. According to Raisin, there seems to have been another invasion from the Earth. The invaders' objective appears to have been to occupy the lunar capital. Which is all well and good, but the next part is the real problem. Now, please don't make assumptions like that. There's a rumor that some of the moon rabbits are helping the invaders, and the rabbits are being unfairly put on trial, one after another. How terrible. It's like some sort of witch hunt, Kaguya said as she drank her tea. I could see where this conversation was going. If I was right, Rayson knew the gravity of what she was saying, too. And they're all talking about me like I'm some sort of spy, all because of my connection to Earth. Just as I thought. Well, not like there's any helping it. Rayson did originally betray the moon to come here, and she still talks to the other rabbits fairly often. So does she, like, just have normal chats with them? I was confused about this earlier when they were mentioning it. Does she just talk to them normally? Do they not hate her too? Or are they kind of, like, quietly on the down low, like, buddy-buddy with her and just don't let the higher-ups find out? Or like, how does this work? What do they mean by this? If it's ever been explained. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Sad to see how long it took for her to move out of the way of any bullet on easy. The result was just after the mid-boss. I just held down Z and watched the screen. How long did you go before did you try going until you died? After the mid-boss, an entire spell card is able to cap by just holding Z and AFKing? That's crazy. I see. I think I know who that rabbit in the shrine is now. What? How do you know that? Well, she's either run away because she was wrongly accused of being an anti-Lunarian spy, or she really is one, which might make it worth our while to try to meet her. Oh, right. One more thing. The invaders are supposed to be... Rayson was acting a little odd. Naturally, I can imagine what she was about to say. No need to say it, Rayson. Of course, the invaders are myself and Kaguya, right? If Rayson is the spy, of course we'd be the masterminds. The sound of the wind through the bamboo forest was like that of the swelling of waves at sea. Kaguya remained speechless. Well, of course, Kaguya had likely presumed optimistically that the people of the moon would be able to accept her again soon. Even if that assumption was naive, it's certainly not unnatural to experience some despair after being hit with such unwarranted suspicions. Just the notion of going back into hiding from humans and moving from place to place would be distressing. Rayson, now visibly agitated, implored of me, "Master, what should we do? Didn't I tell you before? If you do as I tell you, there will be nothing to worry about. I've accounted for something like this in my plans." It wasn't just a lie to calm her down. I'd imagined a day like this might come. That one day someone might appear on the moon who wished to try to use us for their own ambitions. First, gather information. Find out if there really are any invaders, and if so, who they are. We should stay hidden until we know that much. But what if an assassin comes from the moon? They won't be able to find this place. Tay will make sure of that. Besides, I have my own allies among the emissaries of the moon. Rayson looked surprised. Allies? Yes. She's probably their leader by now. Though, to be honest, I was a bit worried about whether she'd really turn out to be an ally. I hadn't met either of those two princesses since the day we'd parted over 1,000 years ago. Still, I'd expected they'd be willing to listen to what their old tutor would have to say. The younger one had been particularly sharp, and I really had no choice but to depend on them. Well, that's reassuring then. But, unlike you, Rayson, we have no way to keep in contact. I wouldn't mind having you relay messages for us, but it would lend credence to the theory that you're a spy. Rayson's expression became serious. That's okay. Some people already think I'm a spy, so I don't care if more people do. You may not care, but we do. Then, what should we do? We'll ask the rabbit at the shrine about what's going on. It will be best for us if she decides to cooperate. Bryson clapped her hands and exclaimed, "Oh, I forgot about her. Wasn't she just freaked out to the point of literally trembling about 5 minutes ago? After hearing that she was there and she already happened to forget about her?" She ain't PTSD riddled, she ADHD riddled or some stupid shit. She got the brain of a damn goldfish. Jeez. She's very intelligent. I see. Benoit has big brain. Benoit has big brain. That rabbit has a lunar veil, so she can go back to the moon. I'll have her deliver a letter for me. I wrote a letter. As proof that it really was from Eren Yagakoro, I opened with reminiscences about the princess's youth. Smooth brain. Bunny smooth brain. As I wrote, I became afraid that somebody might read it or alter it en route, so I affixed a quantum seal. A quantum seal is a special type of seal that uses the state of the subatomic particles inside the letter to keep track of how many people have read it. This device was an invention of mine, and since I'm still the only person who can make one, it also served as proof that I wrote the letter. I set 2 or 3 other devices to it as well, and finally sealed it with medicinal herbs. Unfortunately, I can't expect a response to this letter. Officially, the moon's emissaries are charged with my arrest. Writing a response to this letter would be a dangerous thing for the princesses to attempt. The full moon dipped below the tops of the highest bamboo trees, and the eastern sky began to glow with a faint light. Once day broke, I would head for the shrine. Thinking upon how I'd been dragged into another lunar war, I vowed to catch the culprit who was trying to use us to their own ends by my own hand. That was a long one. That was long. I think I can manage one more. I assume it won't be as long. That's fine. Alright, I'll show off the art at the very least. Pretty art. Very pretty art. Alright, I do have this open for at the end too. So we are going to get to do this. Don't worry. I've already accounted for that. Oh, the coffee tastes like ass. Not as pretty as you... Trips. Blushes cutely. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna throw a brick at you, Puyogi. Run. That's for trying to fluster me. The bamboo forest was enveloped in a deep fog, and a human lost in it would be fooled into believing that it stretched endlessly in all directions. The wild bamboo doesn't form any paths. The ground gently rises and falls in hills, and there aren't any proper landmarks. Even if you try to walk straight ahead, at some point you end up back at the same place. Such qualities has given it the name the Bamboo Forest of the Lost. I can dodge anything, don't worry. Oh yeah, are you sure about that? You sure about that? I feel like you might be lying. Not as pretty, but definitely longer. Is that a short joke? Is that a short joke? I don't... Hang on. Is that a short joke? I can't do Vagar's voice right now. Is that a short joke? I can't fucking do his voice, man. I can't do Vagar's voice right now, man. I'm so mad. Dude, I literally have, here, actually, I'll drop the link for people that might not know about this. I do actually have, hold up. Why am I typing this? I do have a brand that I'm partnered with, or a brand, I think that's the word. I'm partnered with Drink Gamer Girl, and they do like, some like what's it? Hydration powder, energy, supplements. I got some, I got towel. Oh, the towels are back. I think. Wait, are they back? The blanket's there. The beach towel's back too. But no, I have a, what is it? Strawberry shortcake flavored energy powder, and it's literally, because I got to name these, it's literally called Short Joke. Gamer Sup's not Gamer Sup, similar idea though. Here. For anybody that might be curious. This one is literally called Short Joke. There's no way it's called Short Joke. I got to name these. I know damn well it's called Short Joke. I'm the one that named it that. Should have gone for Strawberry Crisis. That would have been funny too. That would have been funny. I have a couple, here actually, let me do this. I don't really mention this much, so I'll take a sec to mention it right now. I'll just send my whole collection here. If you guys do, and I will say, if you guys do choose to purchase anything from here, it does support me as well. So just throwing that out there. There's a calendar on there, there's a blanket, a beach towel, there's soap, there's energy powder, hydration powder, there's a bunch of stuff on there. It's all pretty cool. Nice shilling. I'm very bad at it, as you can tell. I feel bad, like, shilling, especially because this was out of nowhere, but, like, the Short Joke gave me a good segue, so I took it. I also have playing cards, aka Balacho reference. No way. Okay, I'm done. I can get a kit blanket? Yeah, you can get a Kit Vachnosta blanket. That's a thing. Do I have any other funny ones? I have a sandalwood soap that's literally titled Bark Bark Bark. Because sandalwood, bark, but dog, bark, bark, bark. I'm so smart. The cards of the maid outfit? Yeah. I'm not cleaning my body with a kit bar. It's probably good. But what else is there? I forget. Hang on. Raw shea butter. There's hydration moisturizer. There's gentle balancing toner. Gentle cleansing gel. There's some cool shit on here. Just throwing it out there in case anyone's interested. There is also a sample pack on there. All right. Back to the reading. Dude, I don't think the Kit hair products are to my standards. Do you have like a whole ass hair care routine you go through? In the bamboo forest of the lost lies my residence, Aentai. I have lived here for quite a while, but time has only begun to move for me since that incident occurred. Since the people of Earth attacked us 2 or 3 years ago, I've lifted the spell of eternity over Aentai. I did this because I was so fiercely jealous when I saw the cooperation between the humans and the yokai. I felt so foolish for living hidden in fear of the moon for 1,000 years. The spell of eternity is a spell that halts the progress of history, denying any sort of change to preserve purity. Living things stop growing, food never spoils, fragile things don't break, even if dropped in split water returns to its glass. In my self-awareness as a Lunarian, I was afraid of the impurity of the earth, and cast the spell over everything in the manor. But when faced with the charms of the earth, I undid it myself. As a result, Aentai too was enveloped by the impurity of the earth. Food rotted if you didn't eat it quickly, living things began to age naturally, and you had to make sure to carry valuable vases with care. But in return, our restless days of living and hiding from the moon's emissaries became cheerful and enjoyable. More of the art. And then this one too. This is adorable, by the way. This one might be so far the cutest panel out of like any of the reading that I've done so far. This is adorable and I love this so much. Food rotted faster. Summer reference, no way! No way! Noi is so adorable. And so, Antai, and those of us living there, became a part of Earth. We can never return to the moon, but I have no regrets. There is a particularly odd bonsai plant in Antai. Its coral-like branches bore no fruit or flower, and at a glance, it looked as if it could only be dead. But I know that this bonsai will someday blossom and bear splendid fruit. I also know that it wouldn't flower unless certain conditions were met. However, those conditions were beginning to take shape. Tonight is the night of the harvest moon. We'd intended to hold our monthly lunar festival, but due to the inclement weather, I decided to go to Erin's room to hear her plans for the evening. It looks like we won't be able to see the harvest moon this year due to the rain. I said this as if I were disappointed, but in truth, I was a bit relieved. Though I used to fear the nights when the harvest moon shone down brightly, in the past 2 or 3 years, I've come to enjoy watching the full moon. This change is a bit frightening, but more than that, it was more relieving not to have to worry about being seen by the moon. It's best if the full moon is hidden behind the clouds anyway. A series of light rain showers had been falling off and on lately, making it feel like we'd entered the autumn rainy season. It felt like there hadn't been very many sunny days this autumn. Today had been no exception, and small showers had been falling off and on since the morning. Oh, Erin, maybe we should tell the Inabas to be careful not to let themselves catch a chill during today's festival. No, Kaguya. I've already told them we'll hold the festival indoors if the rain worsens. I'm sure they wouldn't want to make dumplings in the rain. That's true. They wouldn't want to eat dumplings that were made in the rain. I can't help thinking Erin's been acting more kindly towards the rabbits lately. Long ago, Erin treated all of the Earth's creatures, not just the rabbits, as nothing more than her hands and feet. Even in the lunar capital, the Lunarians saw the rabbits as nothing more than tools, so I suppose it's no surprise. Lunarians are of such a higher class than the people of Earth, it's not an exaggeration to say they're in a different dimension entirely. I suppose at some point, Erin began to start seeing us Lunarians, and the creatures of Earth, more as equals. This was probably due to having lived in Gensokyo, where yokai and humans lived together as equals. That's not a bad thing, though. It's more comfortable to me than being treated as special, since Erin and I are the only 2 Lunarians in Gensokyo. Believing us as being superior to the people of Earth would only lead to isolation, and she would have too many tools if that's all she saw the Earth people as. Lunarians are not higher class, they can't play League of Legends. True, actually. If we give a racing skin to a league champion, who would it be? What league champion would racing be? I don't want to dwell much on what's happened long ago, but I've never been seen as equal to anyone on Earth. Even when I was exiled to the Earth after committing the crime of drinking the Horai elixir, not a single person treated me as a normal human being. As a matter of fact, when I first came down to Earth after being exiled, it was in a bamboo forest under thick fog, just like this one. I remember how the old couple that found me were especially careful when they picked me up. No idea, I don't know any besides the fish. It's okay, because the fish is the only important one, so it's okay. The fish would be a really easy one. We would just make her Waka. She would just be Waka. The fish would be the fish. The fish would be the fish. Racing would be, she'd be Misfortune. True. People always draw her built like Misfortune too, for some reason. So, you know what? Kind of fits. Would Raiko be Sona? The music lady I was playing? I think Raiko would be Sona. I mean, I don't think any of the prison members would be. Is there a character that plays a string instrument in Touhou? Am I blanking, you guys? Raiko is so easy. I think Raiko would be the easiest one. Guys, I'm blanking. There's got to be someone. Ben. Right. But Ben also doesn't exist, so I guess Raiko would be easier anyways. Ben after tormenting me for 3,000 attempts in ISC. Or was that Yatsuhashi? LARPer check failed? Dude, I'm a LARPer, okay? Okay, I'm good at the games. I don't know things. I just am good at the games. I don't want to dwell much on what's happened long ago, but I've never been seen as equal to anyone on Earth. Oh, wait, I already read that. Right. Even when I was exiled to Earth after committing the crime of drinking the Horai elixir, not a single person treated me as a normal human being. As a matter of fact, when I first came down to Earth after being exiled, it was in a bamboo forest under thick fog, just like this one. I remember how the old couple that found me were especially careful when they picked me up. That was Ben. Wait, no. It's one of the two. I don't remember which one it is. I remember the spell card name, though. Or one of the names for it. It was literally just stop shooting at me! Which was very fitting, because she wouldn't stop shooting at me. Yeah, you struggled against Yatsuhashi? Yeah. That one spell card was really something. That was one of the spell cards of all time, for sure. That one had the most attempts by far. Not even 12-Second Nightmare. 12-Second Nightmare barely had half, I think. Half of that, attempts-wise. It's only natural. I was found inside a glowing bamboo shoot in the forest. Too small to be thought of as a human being, so I wouldn't be surprised if I were taken as some sort of yokai. I wonder why the old couple took me home and cared for me in an age where humans were often caught and eaten by yokai. That wasn't the spawning, that was a Seija comment? Oh, that, yeah, the Seija comment, my bad. I knew it said stop shooting at me somewhere. Because she wouldn't stop shooting at her. That game just made me hate Seija. I don't actually hate her. She's, like, fine. But I definitely... ISC was a scary game. Very scary game. I believe the reason why the old couple took such good care of me is that they were periodically rewarded by the moon for their foster care. I got the impression that the people of the moon would leave gold and glowing shoots of bamboo like the one I was found in as a reward for their care. So, they let me live with them because they believed they would become rich. That's why they looked so closely after me and never allowed me to leave the house. They didn't want another household to snatch up their key to wealth. Do you know the context of what Kaguya is reminiscing on right now? Honestly, no. I have no idea. I just assumed it was a basic, like, she was sent to the Earth and then humans found her and were like, hey, I'm gonna take care of you, don't worry. And that was it. And then, I don't know how she would end up with Eren after that, though. Yeah, I have no idea. I was just assuming it would be elaborated on, so I was just still going. I just assumed that it would be elaborated on soon. In addition, I stood out on Earth. I didn't do anything particularly unusual, but rumors spread, and before long, a great number of people had come to see me. I tried to avoid becoming the center of attention on Earth, and soon enough, I developed feelings of love and gratitude towards the old couple in their efforts to help shelter me. As I lived out my days in that fashion, I began to see Earth as a more charming place than the lunar capital. I never used my eternity magic during that time, so I think I was probably weakened somewhat under the influence of the Earth's impurity, even if only the faintest bit. In those days, I still thought of myself as nobility, different from the people of Earth, and I only thought of the Earth people as a means to an end. But Gensokyo is truly a mysterious place. It is a world where humans and yokai live side by side, and where the old and the new intermingle. Nobody would bat an eye at the presence of Lunarians or advanced lunar technology. People would just laugh if we said we were some sort of high-class nobles. Gensokyo was the place that put me at ease, because even if I didn't spend my time in hiding, I wouldn't stand out at all. The original is a story of Kaguya is the tale of the bamboo cutter, the first prose story of Japan. Okay. Should watch a Ghibli movie, Twilight Princess Kaguya? I will try to do that at some point. I will make an attempt, if I can. Especially since I hear the pH level in the rain is so low nowadays. After all, the Inabas have so much hair. Totally relevant lore mention or something. Thank you, Kaguya. Don't worry, Kaguya. The pH level of the rain in Gensokyo is 6. That won't make any plants wither, so the rabbit's hair won't fall out. Yeah, they're definitely expecting you to know the story. Yeah, which I don't. Unlucky. I'm a little... It's alright. I'll learn it eventually. Aaron responded seriously to my joke with, and even if it did, it would be easy enough to make a medicine to grow it back. I want to study to learn a bit more about Earth. Of course, I can't compare with Aaron's intellect. Aaron could come back with a response to any complicated words or phrases I used on her. Honestly, I don't even know what pH is supposed to mean. Kaguya's a little bit silly. She's a little bit of a dummy. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I wonder how she's come to know so much. It's always something I've found mysterious. Even back from my time on the moon, she is well informed of the Earth and the moon. And despite living in Gensokyo, she even knows much about the outside world. However, particularly erudite people do have what you might call their own particular habits. They don't typically relay their knowledge in an easy-to-understand fashion. Sometimes they'll say something difficult to understand on purpose to enjoy the reactions of others. I think there's a world of difference between a teacher and a scholar. So if it's pH 6, it means the water is very neutral. It's not terribly acidic. So the pH rating is a measure of how acrid the water is. This time, I'm grateful to Aaron for having made it so easy to understand. Ah, so rain can become acidic as well. Why don't we have the Inabas make their dumplings inside even if it's not raining too hard? Aaron nodded as I said that. I left Aaron's medicine-scented room behind me and went to tell Raisin, who was in the kitchen, about the plans for the day's festival. Oh, Princess Kaguya, we're almost ready, so... Raisin was already wearing a raincoat and seemed ready to head outside to pound rice cakes. No, that's okay. Please make them inside today. Huh? This seemed to take Raisin by surprise. This was probably because the only other time we'd held the festival indoors, the wind was so strong that the rabbits couldn't even stand up. Master said to stay inside if the rain got too bad, but it's still only a light shower outside, so we're going to go out. The rain isn't too acidic, so you can stay inside. The rain isn't... What is that? A pH level of... actually, a pH level of 6 is... Well, don't worry about it. Just do as I say, and everything will be alright. Aaron liked to say things like that. It feels good to say it, even if there's no real reason to do so. Kaguya really just tried to hit her with the actually. Basically, for Touhou lore, Kaguya was banished to the Earth. She was taken in and raised by an old bamboo cutter and his wife. She grew to be the most beautiful woman in Japan. Okay, so how did she run into Aaron then? Or is Aaron the stand-in for that? No, because she would have just said Aaron. Am I stupid? I think I'm being stupid. Okay, thank you. I believe we'll hold the festival inside Ainsei today, then. It might get a little loud, though. The rabbits sing songs while they pound rice cakes during the Lunar Festival. It's not really part of the ceremony per se, but the rabbits seem to enjoy it, so we let them be. Well, it might make them more nervous if they did it inside. How strange. It should be a quiet festival, but it's always so boisterous. No. We'll be sure to keep quiet this time. No, it's quite alright. I know how you all enjoy singing while you pound rice cakes. We? Well, I won't, actually. But Tay and the others never listen to what I say, so... If they won't listen to you, then there's no point in promising to be quiet, is there? Just as Raisin said she was very sorry, Tay's voice could be heard calling out through the back door in the kitchen. Is it time yet? Well, in return for the noise, I'd like you to try to add more kinds of flavors to the dumplings today. That is a simple request. Please let us know if you have anything in particular that you'd like. I thought for a while, and eventually responded, we have 3 colored dumplings, so why not try 7 colored dumplings? I returned to my room, into the task of caring for the unusual bonsai. I just don't have anything to do, even though it's the day of the Lunar Festival. Well, it's not limited to festival preparation. I rarely have any tasks that I need to perform. I get my information about what's happening beyond the bamboo forest from the Inabas, and Aaron takes care of any emergency patients or visitors. Honestly, a life where you don't have to do anything is boring. I think it was the same when I was still in the lunar capital. I became fascinated with Earth due to my boredom, but I didn't understand until I first came here. The lack of anything to do was not limited to my environment, whether the moon or Earth, but it was a personal issue. A heart that relies only on outside stimulation leads to boredom and unease. They were blessed with great fortune and she became a princess as her adopted father got rich. There were many suitors that came to have her hand, but she turned them down by sending them on journeys to fulfill her impossible requests. Even the emperor had the hots and wanted to marry her. Oh my gosh! Okay. I'm learning, you guys! Where was I? The bonsai I've been gazing at so intently never changes no matter how much I stare at it. However... so in an effort to break through that boredom, I made it my job to care for this bonsai. It really does change your mood to have something you must do every day. The bonsai I've been gazing at so intently never changes no matter how much I stare at it. However, it shouldn't be possible for anything on Earth to remain unchanged. Anything with a form will erode, and anything that lives will die. This is a fate that nothing on Earth can escape. Aaron told me this because of the impurity that permeates all things on Earth. The impurity steals the eternity from all things life force and physicality, and at the same time it plunders from their lifespan. Since all things on Earth are tainted in this manner to some degree, nothing can last forever. And of course, nothing can remain the same forever. However, the bonsai before me is not tainted. It has been able to preserve its eternity. It appears unable to grow, not because it's already dead, but because it's still full of eternity thanks to my power. My power is the ability to control eternity in the instantaneous. It gives me the ability to create a pure eternity that could never exist otherwise on the Earth. In fact, this bonsai is a plant that only grows in the lunar capital called the Yudong. It has the same name as a legendary plant on Earth that's said to flower once every 3,000 years. The plant on the Earth is a different plant called the Yudong. It takes its name from the plant of legend and only blooms very rarely. The real Yudong is a tree that only grows in the lunar capital. When it blossoms, beautiful 7-colored jewels appear on its branches. The jeweled branch of Horai that I requested from a man who came seeking my hand in marriage long ago refers to a branch from a Yudong tree that has borne these fruits. The jeweled branch of a Horai comes from the Horai Yudong. The Yudong never blooms or bears fruit in the lunar capital. It looks deteriorated, but it embodies a sense of the flow of time, inherent in the phrase wabi-sabi. Wabi-sabi? It only lives, never growing or bearing fruit. But if you bring one of its branches to Earth, It changes its form in reaction to the Earth's impurity. It feeds on that impurity and begins to grow, bearing fruit to a beautiful 7-colored gem. I don't know how a plant that feeds on impurity could live on the pure moon, but I'm sure it was created by a certain sage that lived in the lunar capital. As soon as any impurity found its way onto the moon, the plant would blossom, allowing it to serve as a detection mechanism. So does that mean, hypothetically speaking, when Reimu, Marisa, Sanai, and Rayson in Touhou 15 went to the moon, that this plant would have bloomed? Is that what that means? Because now there's impurity on the moon? Because they're from the Earth? I don't think it's ever mentioned, but kind of just a thought. Wouldn't that mean that it hypothetically bloomed and sent everything into a fucking... sent everyone on the moon into, like, crazy wacky mode trying to figure out what the hell happened? Am I thinking too much on it? Probably. The emissaries of the moon typically take a branch from a Yudonga with them when they descend to Earth. Once there, they give it to an authority figure, and it reacts to the impurity in that person and bears splendid fruit. The more powerful the person is, the more beautiful the gems borne by the branch. Of course, the recipient invariably takes that as a sign of their authority. Then isn't Japanese mythology like half the time the emperor is involved in like 5% of the story? If I recall correctly, the emperor is seen as a descendant of the god Amaterasu. And she reveals in letters to the emperor that she is from the moon and will be taken back soon. So she's trying to keep from forming earthly attachments. Okay. See, emperor's on 5% of the story. The day comes and Kaguya is taken back to the moon. She leaves an elixir of immortality as a parting gift. The emperor decides to burn the elixir as well as all the letters they had together on the highest point in Japan, a mountain. And the smoke of the fire burns eternally on top of the mountain. And that's where Mount Fuji gets its name. Oh shit. From the immortal smoke that burns at the peak. Well, isn't Sound Center in Blue before? Yeah, it's before okay, but just the plant would still be there, right? Because why would they get rid of it? So it could have been already blooming. Oh, it would have... Maybe true. Sure, maybe. See, Kaguya has stuff going on. It's just rent work. True. True, she's relevant, just not in the games. Still, everything on the Earth eventually breaks down. The prosperous will always return to nothing, and even the powerful will eventually fade away. When that happens, the jeweled branch of the Yudonga will be coveted by many, and a fight over it will ensue. Thus, the peace of the Earth is disrupted and turned into chaos. In other words, the Yudonga is often used as an implement by which the moon causes disorder on Earth. It should be easy to understand why this is by examining human history. Human history and growth are both linked closely to strife. Without conflict, humanity would have no impetus for growth. When humans are satisfied with their present condition, they may as well give up on life. The people of the moon spend much of their lives thinking of the people of Earth. The history of Earth has progressed just the way the moon has wanted it. Kaguya, look! The rain stopped, and you can see the moon through a break in the clouds. I opened my eyes at the sound of a voice behind me. It seems I had drifted off while looking at the bonsai and thinking. Oh, so it has. I must have dozed off while looking at the bonsai. The Yudonga bonsai, I can't speak, I held in my hands still hadn't borne fruit or flower. This was because I'd cast a spell of eternity over the entire mansion, but I had lifted that spell after recent events. In other words, Ainte's history had begun to advance, just like the rest of the Earth. Soon, the Earth's impurity would begin to spread throughout the mansion. And Ainte would become just another part of Earth. It was just a matter of time before the Yudonga blossomed. In Touhou lore, Eren was one of the people of the embassy meant to get Kaguya and bring her back. However, she felt bad for Kaguya, so they ran away together and never returned to the moon. All this context will be relevant later in this. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It'd be good to know. I can speak properly, I swear. And that created one of the most lore-relevant characters, the Watatsuki sisters in the LOL-K cast. How do you guys think it would go if I tried to Lunatic 1cc 15? How do you guys think that would go? Probably very bad, because I'm pretty sure that requires a lot of routing. Also, that would mean I have to see Ringo, and I don't want to see Ringo. I hate her, and I think she's stupid. Genuine. This time it's genuine. She's the one character I legitimately do not like. That I actively hate. If the outlook Aaron and I had held has changed, it's probably the effect of the Earth's impurity. Once touched by the impurity of the Earth, unit can never go back to the lunar capital. But we had no intention to do so. I do feel sorry for Racent, though, who got caught up in our affairs. I've been told by everyone that it's easy as rage bait. 15 is scary, dude. 15 is horrifying, dude. Dude, this was when I was really bad at touhou, but dude, I literally fucking broke down. Like, at the end of 15, beating it in normal mode, because I was so fucking stressed, and I was, like, so overcome with emotion when that happened, dude. It's easily the hardest normal. Dude, that shit is hard. I used every bit of brain power I had in then some. All two brain cells in my head were, like, rubbing together as fast as possible to make even the slightest spark to get me through that shit. Like, it was hard. Please let us a 1cc run to the bar and a no-hit run back to Please let us a 1cc run to the bar and a no-hit run back to Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Didn't we all... Dude. 1cc LOL-K Lunatic, except I take a shot every time I die. Generally, all the LOL-K fans are like, it's easy, you just need to practice like 200 times! Like, how does that make sense? You just spam, you just gotta grind that shit out. I don't know, just grind that shit out. Thinking of which, Aaron often calls Racing Udongu. I wonder why that is. She must think of her as something to gauge the extent of the impurity that's creeping into us. Or perhaps, it's meant to mean that a moon rabbit who knew no impurity on the moon will become something beautiful when touched by the Earth's. Oh my. Maybe it's because of the rain. But the moon looks so beautiful tonight. Oh, what about the Anabas? I told them they could have the festival indoors tonight, but... Aaron, smiling, replied, they're already outside. They seem to be more comfortable outside. I wonder what that means. No matter what you do, you're always more at ease when the boss isn't close by. Well, maybe we should have them always hold the festival outside, no matter what the weather. Come, Nowaki... *1. Yeah, or anything else. The rabbit's voices drifted in from outside the window. Their singing had been very restrained when they were inside. They seemed to be having a lot of fun singing now. Aaron noticed the Udongu Banjai. Please tell me that one through. The last thing I saw you say was the thing about the Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. The 1cc run to the bar. Yeah. You can either DM me or just type it in baby words. It still hasn't changed, I see. I'm sure it won't be long before it starts growing. And after its first flowers bloom, it should bear fruit to splendid 7-colored jewels. It will be nice, won't it? Yes, it will. The jeweled branch of the Udonga is a special privilege for the Earth people. Oh, and I've done something to try to help give us a taste of that jeweled fruit today. Aaron asked, what do you mean? And tilted her head to one side. It's nice to be able to befuddle Aaron once in a while. I asked Racing to make 7-colored dumplings instead of the usual 3-colored ones for today's festival. DM'd you it? Okay. Well, I practiced on your mom last night. I practiced on your mom last night, and it wasn't... She did not enjoy it. Bro, it also felt very awkward. What the hell is you saying, bro? What is... what the fuck? Why? I see. The least insane reverb chat message. Real. I see. How interesting. Read the context. It was just Puyogi talking about practicing 200 times to beat Lolke. Reverb almost got me, but YouTube saved me. Yeah, YouTube got his ass. I don't know how much I'd like it if they turned out the same colors as the Udanga's jewels, though. Why is that? Because the Horai jewels have colors like blue and indigo. Those aren't very appetizing, don't you think? Where was I? The rabbit's singing voices outside became more intense. The sounds they made pounding dumplings sounded just like a Japanese taiko drum. The rabbits have a mysterious ability, even beyond telepathy. They're able to maintain a strong connection without exchanging a word. Raisin can communicate with the rabbits on the moon, and Tay and the others can all dance in perfect rhythm without saying a word. The rhythm and cyclical nature of the pounding all came together to make a mysterious sort of music. Aaron and I took in the music the rabbits were playing outside with our tea and enjoyed the autumn night. Because it was the harvest moon, we took some time to relax outside. The rabbit's rhythm tonight is amazing, isn't it? I wonder why that is. It must be because it's the harvest moon. Having said that, Aaron added, just like... Kek-kak? Kek-kak? Huh? Huh? Isn't it? Maybe I'll take the time to read that. Should I? By the way, Aaron, remember 2 months ago? Doesn't it seem like something's been happening since then? Yes, someone on Earth has definitely been spreading the subject, and everyone's talking about the moon nowadays. That's right. I think it was about 2 months ago that the rumors started of a revolutionary force, led by Aaron, that was going to infiltrate the moon, and that fugitive moon rabbit showed up at the shrine. We'd heard rumors of internal disorder in the lunar capital before then, and someone was definitely trying to cause unrest in the lunar capital. Perhaps they were using Aaron's name to serve as a scapegoat, or perhaps she just came up naturally. I didn't worry too much about it after that, since Aaron sent a sealed letter to certain people she trusted on the moon, explaining the circumstances, but since then, more people have been spreading the rumors about the moon in Gensokyo. But there shouldn't be any humans that know that the rabbit from 2 months ago was a moon rabbit, should there? Well, that probably was an unexpected accident. Accident? It probably wasn't something the real mastermind imagined would happen. I wonder if there really is such a person. I just don't have any idea what a mastermind would have imagined. But what if it wasn't an accident, and that mastermind had planned it too? If that's the case, then I give up. Aaron said, after all, I don't have any other ways to contact those girls on the moon. Raising both hands to about shoulder height, facing the sky, the war on the moon wasn't the only problem. It seemed that the vampire was trying to assemble a moon rocket. According to rumor, they were attempting some sort of large-scale construction and had gotten the shrine and Korondo involved somehow. I see the connection! I see the connection now! I wonder if that vampire's behind it all. They say they've almost finished developing a moon rocket, and trying to invade the lunar capital seems like something she would do. The possibility is high, but that would mean that using me as a scapegoat, the flag drifting down from the moon and that moon rabbit's appearance were all just coincidences. Now, but the moment you say something slightly foreign, it'll break on Kit's sign of things like this. I think Sanae Kochiya and Kaneko Yasaka aren't comparable to real characters like Ryoma Hikura and Yamame. I also think Kit would look great in a Kyoko Kasadan outfit. Would I look good? Would I look good in Kyoko's outfit, chat? I don't know about that. Would I look good in Kyoko's outfit? I don't. Let me look this up, just so I can have a visual reference. Yeah, that time it didn't actually translate them. I don't know what you look like, Arrow. I just assumed he meant. I just assumed he meant Kit. Me, Kit. This guy right here. Me in a Kyoko outfit. Oh, the model. Yeah. Just to make it easy on yourself. Just assume he's talking about the model. Nobody knows what I look like. Only. There's like 4 people that I know that know what I look like here. I was trying to force it to work as an example for Puyogers. I know what you look like. The model could rock it. It maybe could. Dude, gender bent Kyoko ASMR voiced by me. That's a terrible idea. I'm not gonna do that. I know what you look like, Rand.png. Isn't Kit the persona? Yes. I am Kit. Rand.png. It's that he's saying I look like Rand. He's just trying to say I'm Rand. He's just saying I'm Rand. The possibility is high, but that would mean using me as a scapegoat. The flag drifting down from the moon and that moon rabbit's appearance were all just coincidences. And why is that? I had an idea of what her answer would be, but I was a bit disappointed to hear the response I had expected. Because that child doesn't know anything about any of those. The loud, resounding sounds of the pounding had turned into the chattering voices of the rabbits outside. It seems this month's festival had ended without incident as well. When Aaron and I went outside to check, the dumplings had already been piled up on a large platter. They were, indeed, magnificent 7-colored dumplings. But the psychedelic colors, such as a gaudy red and a dazzling blue, made them appear quite unappetizing. Oh, Princess Kaguya, Master, we're still cleaning up, so please wait a bit. This guy's talking in fortune speak, MW no champion. Hey, Kit, are you a cutie pie? Okay, Reddit mod, get out of here. Why is Reverb talking like a Reddit mod, you guys? I'm scared. I'm fucking scared, you guys. I don't know if you can figure that out. He did it cinema. It's how are you? It's so obvious. If you can't figure that out, you're stupid. Raisin ordered Tay to clean up the millstones. I looked to the sky to try to find the wonderful moon called the Harvest Moon, but it was nowhere to be seen. The rain has cleared up, but the moon is hidden behind the clouds again. I'm stupid. It took me so long. X-ray puzzle flashback. It happens, dude. I am so mad. That X-ray puzzle. I'm still mad about that. By the way, that is something I'm not gonna live down. I'm genuinely like angry at myself for doing that. It was so obvious, but I was overthinking it so much. Not to mention, for the first half of that incident, I was typing the password into the wrong window. I was typing the password in the complete wrong spot. That is the first time I've ever had to look up what to do in any game like that. That is the first time I had to stop and look up the answer. I was gonna spend the whole damn stream there. Ninja says you're a femboy. I'm not a femboy. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, hi, Ninja. I'm not a femboy. I had to hold myself back so hard. Dude, I want his ass back into Resident Evil VMAX creation room. Resident Evil VMAX creation room. What the hell does that mean? Can someone translate that for me? Yes, it is. It was only out for the briefest of moments. I'd hoped we'd finally be able to sit and watch the moon, but what's the matter? No, just hearing the words, I thought we'd finally be able to sit and watch the moon from a fugitive moon rabbit was amusing. I couldn't help laughing softly. Oh. You're talking about Vigil, aren't you? Oh, wait a minute, Vigil. Yeah, look who's the stupid one now. Look who the tourist LARPer is now. Look who the dumb one is now. Look who the tourist LARPer is now. By the way, when I make a video on Resident Evil 1, on my Resident Evil 1 playthrough, okay, because I'm doing that. I'm working on a League video right now, League Classic, and I'm working on a Resident Evil video right now. In the Resident Evil video, I'm name dropping both of you fucks. I'm getting yo asses canceled. Okay, y'all are donezo. Y'all are cooked. A little embarrassed, Ryson said. Well, if you spend time on Earth, you start to do the same things Earth people do. Please do I need the engagement? I got you, buddy. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I will take the chance to return the favor. Chat, if you don't already, go follow Puyogi and Reverb on Twitch and YouTube. They're both very cool. They both play Touhou. They're both fucking, like, dumb fuck goofy asses, but they both play Touhou and they're cool. Get shout-outed, nerds. Fuck you. But yeah, I'm gonna do a League Classic video first, since that's where more the hype is right now, and then I'm gonna do Resident Evil after that. The Earth Rabbits were obedient. Wait, did I read this? Hang on. A little embarrassed, Ryson said. Well, if you spend time on Earth, you start to do the same things Earth people do. The Earth Rabbits were obediently cleaning up all the millstones. Normally, they'd half-heartedly clean up for a while before disappearing off somewhere. And Ryson was amazed by their obedient behavior. Of course, that was because we hadn't mixed in the usual medicine with the dumplings. Normally, we'd sneak in something to make them more excitable as they snuck a few dumplings during the festival to make it more lively. But we exchanged it with a strength-nourishing medicine because we were to have some dumplings tonight as well. Without the usual stimulants, the rabbits were more obedient. Nice chill. Thanks! I'm very bad at chilling. I stutter a lot, because I feel awkward and bad doing it, but I really need to not do that. Still, it seems the rabbits had plenty of excitement during the festival. Regardless, if they can enjoy it so much without us having to add medicine to the dumplings, then nothing could be better. Dragging your workers again? Awesome. YouTube marked my earlier message. It might have... Wait. And then they look at me and go, ah, shit! This guy's better at RE! OMG kid, what was that X-ray puzzle? Dude, you... I'm never gonna look at that room. I'm never gonna be able to look at that room the same again, by the way. I'm never gonna be able to look at that room the same again, by the way. Shit, I'm so glad I never read this. I don't care about the anti-cast. I'm sitting here thinking, I kind of, like, the more I read this, I'm kind of fucking with anti. Anti seems like a cool place, not gonna lie. Seems kind of cool. Still, it seems the rabbits had plenty of excitement during the festival. Regardless, if they can enjoy it so much without us having to add medicine to the dumplings, then nothing could be better. Oh, Rayson, I asked for 7 colored dumplings, but they turned out to be truly vivid, didn't they? I added to myself, the 3 colored dumplings being peach, white, and dark green isn't very appetizing either. Why don't I tell you about them? We made rainbow dumplings with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. We did our best to find ingredients to make each of the different colors, but we really only had the colors in mind, so you may not think the contents are very appetizing. Do you still want to hear about them? No thank you. They weren't all that appetizing before I knew what was in them. And it would be a shame if I had any less desire to try to finish these tonight. Erin placed a blue dumpling in her mouth and said, "This is actually really good." So Erin's knowledge is such that it can stand up to any challenge anywhere. I was impressed. Sorry to change the topic, but don't you get the impression that the disorder on the moon is spreading to the Earth now? Erin and I glanced at each other and said together, "It's nothing for the rabbits to worry about." Rayson looked a bit uneasy. "Well, I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but the vampire's maid came here asking about fuel to take them to the moon." "Oh, she came here too?" "Too?" Erin and I were talking about this before. The vampire is trying to build a rocket to go to the moon. It looks like they're going around trying to find rocket fuel for it. Like the Entei cast peeks at the Bunny of the Moon and Bunny of the Earth. I don't know what that means. I think Entei is infinitely more interesting than SDM. Hard agree. Probably mostly because of the ties also to the moon, I guess. There's way more to talk about there. Because the Scarlet Devil Mansion is... I feel like it's largely self-contained, to be honest. Maybe I'm pissing off people that know more about me when I say that, but that's kind of the impression I get, because I don't think it's really... much happens outside of that. Seems like they kind of mind their own business for the most part. Entei's manga works. Vermilia fan works carry though. Erin and I glanced at each other. Puyogi reference. What do you mean Puyogi reference? No way. What do you mean by that? I see. Well, I sent her away immediately when she came here. Why did you send her away? What? Well, there's no reason for us to help Earth Yokai try to get to the moon, is there? That, and I didn't want to disturb either of you about it. It just says don't worry about it. Come on, you gotta give me the lore drop here. You gotta. You shouldn't have sent her away, but sent out tea. Just not information. A cold wind began to blow, perhaps due to the rain earlier. It looked like we'd passed another full moon safely. Honestly, I didn't believe we'd have to worry about someone from the lunar capital coming to find us during the full moon anymore. We believed such things were no longer possible. I wonder how it could be that my outlook changed so much in 3 years after having spent over a millennium in hiding in this manner behind my spell of eternity. If it's due to the effect of the impurity that wears down everything on Earth, Earth people must adapt quite quickly to change. They're not always worrying about over the same thing, but rather always going from one problem to the next, and forgetting the unpleasant experiences. If I've changed this much, I wonder if Erin has as well. Erin has been alive for much longer than I have. Due to her longevity, even on the moon, she was a key figure in her role as a sage. Even since coming down to Earth, she has a way of thinking that's quite different from the humans. That's why I thought that even if I lifted my spell of eternity, she wouldn't change much. I thought that the Earth's impurity had nothing to do with us. Of course, reality was not like that, and one can see slight changes even in Erin's behavior. Erin opened a clinic on Earth. Now she's well known enough that people in the village refer cases to Entei that their doctors cannot heal. The old Erin would never have thought to do such a thing before. Or would never have thought to do such a thing. Before, she would have only seen them as a means to her own ends. But now she goes as far as to help maintain their health. As for why she opened the clinic, Erin herself said, we'll have to live as Earth people now, so we can't neglect our duties towards others. It's customary for Earth people to help others in need, she said. It must be like that saying, a day's work for a day's bread. I believe I understand that. Even the couple that raised me had their peaceful life taken away by the moon's opulent rewards. Earth people don't expect results for anything beyond their own actions. To do so would be to invite unhappiness. Even though I understand it, I can't put it into practice myself, and I get the feeling that there are many people, not just me, who aren't working for the good of other people. When I tell Erin about these worries of mine, she avoids the question and says, Kaguya, just worry about doing what you, yourself, want to do. If there's nothing you want to do, then make finding something to do your job. I still haven't found a role for myself as a member of Earth Society, but something should start around the time the Udonga blossoms. I thought that the flower might bloom about the time I found something to do. But SDM cast has a lot of freedom since it's not really based on historical fact, or at least it's not as harshly bound by the original sources Kaguya is. True. SDM is Silent Sinner in blue, though. I mean, there's that. Yeah, I don't know if there's much past that, though. Should read the mangas. I felt like I was illiterate, and I felt like I was illiterate, and I might enjoy the first series of comics now. You should definitely read them. I've been enjoying them very much so far. Should read. So good. They are so good. It's customary for the people of the Earth to help each other. Wow! That's a remnant of the time this was written. True. True. What? I mean... people were already starting to get pretty bad when this would have been written, right? Because Silent Sinner in Blue is what, 2009, I think? Right? Or am I way off? Raisin, if the vampire servant comes here again, I hope you'll bring them to me. Erin's advice to Raisin was worded a bit sternly, so Raisin appeared a bit downcast as she said, I'm sorry, Master. Did you want to try to find out something from that maid? I think she intends to come around once more. Erin replied, if you bring her to me, I can turn her down politely, and smiled. Raisin seemed a bit more at ease on hearing this, and said, well then, next time I'll be happy to bring her to you. We no longer have the means to go to the moon anyway. That's true, but even so, the vampire will want to know how to get there, Raisin whispered, gazing at where the harvest moon should have been. Erin, noticing the subtle change in Raisin's demeanor, said this to put her at ease. Anyway, there's no need for you to worry, even if whatever disturbance comes to the Earth. Raisin seemed to achieve some sort of breakthrough, and asked her master once more for confirmation. Is that because there's no way for anyone on Earth to get to the moon? Erin smiled mysteriously upon hearing that and responded, that's not it. We're not members of Lunar Society anymore. We're just a simple group of humans and yokai living on the Earth, so there's no need for us to worry about what happens on the moon. Once I heard that, I smiled as well, and decided to leave the strange goings-on in Erin's hands. Oh, a typhoon/hurricane in the fall? Where was that? Oh, okay. Did I miss any... before I swap over to Total, did I miss anything? Oh shit, I did miss a couple, I think. Show off these arts before I swap to Total. Cute! They're so cute! Okay, I might have showed this one, but cute still. Then there's this. Awesome. Alright. So... for the reading, that's gonna be it for tonight. That was a lot of fun. I very much look forward to next week when I get to continue. I'm excited. And of course, as is the usual, before I end stream, don't go anywhere. We got some tohodles to do. Alright, chat? Alright, chat, we got some tohodles to do. So let me move myself over here. I'll start this so I can have the music. Wait, this might be loud. Hang on. Hold on. It's a little bit loud. It's a little bit loud. I'm here. I'm just playing DBD addict. I just played Hunters and Legion when I played DBD. It's not a game I think I'd ever stream, though. This guy's always playing DBD. I noticed. I noticed. Alright, chat. Alright, chat. As is the usual, I am gonna start with Yukari because I can. And nobody can stop me. Boink. After 7. Hooray! Yippee! 188 pages, that is quite the middle ground book. Wait, that I just read, you mean? So I'm guessing it's a total 9, one of the final stages. AK. No, wait. Oh, it was Phantasm... What? Before none? Wait, what? Or DVD or Genshin? We love you, Puyogi, except for when you play those games. I'm just kidding. Smart free time games, they peak. True. True, Suika. Oh, Suika might be right. He's so smart. He got it. Nice one, nice one. Next one. Marasa. Dun, 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 dun. Before touhou 12, after stage 4, we'll guess it's between touhou 6 and 12. We'll just go to 9 and go like, no, we'll go 10 because 9 is weird. What if I guess Momiji? Before 10, after stage 4 mid. Okay. Bit of an awkward spot. I don't like that very much. Has either white or red in their appearance. Aaron? It could be Aaron, actually. Okay. It's touhou 9. It's touhou 9. This... Komachi? Racing? It's touhou 9. It's touhou 9. So it can't be Racing, right? Komachi. Okay, what touhou 9 character doesn't have a it's Medicine, isn't it? It's Medicine, isn't it? Okay, okay. I think that's the only time the Fumo one has ever been, like, actually useful to me. Because I don't know who doesn't have a Fumo outside of the really obvious ones. Yukari again. Doink. That was shit. Between 1 and 20 now, but we're at touhou 7, so between touhou 7 and 20, for Phantasm, we'll go stage 3 and 14. So we'll go... Okay, okay. After 14, but before stage 3 mid. Come here. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello here. I'm Reverb. I'm gonna blow you up. Run. In Minecraft, for the record. Disclaimer. In Minecraft, for the record. Between 14... Do we just keep going about Nah, we'll spice it up. We'll just go straight to... Guys, I don't know touhou 20 characters' names. Ubame. Okay. Okay, oh, 1 mid. Guys, I actually got some info off of that. No way. No way! Okay, it's a touhou game between 14 and 18, where... the mid-boss is also the stage 1 boss. The stage 1 mid-boss is also the stage 1 boss. Which is all of them, I think. Seiron, Eternity, Eika, and... who would it be? Does touhou include PC98? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yoshika? I don't think it'll be Yoshika. We'll go Eternity. She's the last one, I'd guess, so... Damn. Got him! Got him! Lunatic. Marasa. Alright, chat. Before 12, before stage 4, and they have a Fumo, and they have one of white, blue, or red in their color scheme. Cherno? Fuck it. Fuck it, we'll go Cherno. It would have been really funny if that was right. Okay, it's a stage 1 boss between touhou 6 and 12. Eki. Eki it is not. Oh, it's a stage 2 mid-boss? Before touhou 10. Letty? No, because Letty doesn't have any of these colors. Chen? Oh, you're so right, Chet. Chet, you're so right. It's Chen. Nice one. Nice one. Alright, image mode. That is... Letty? Sakuya? That's Sakuya, isn't it? I'm stupid. Yeah, okay. I was thinking Letty because I said her name. It's Chimata. That's a hard one to mess up. My friend? Sakuya? Why does Sakuya translate to my friend? That is... Wild guess here. Saki. Nope. Kaneko? Oh, you might be so right. It's not Kaneko. Blue. It looks like they have like a blue, green, teal, something like that here, and then kind of like a red, maybe. Yeah, some warmer color. Who the hell would that be though? Kane? No, it's not right because it wouldn't be your other form. Her other form doesn't show up, right? Yeah, okay. Because it looks like it's roughly the same kind of color. I mean, I guess a little bit brighter. Reimu, it would not be Reimu. It would not be Reimu. Yachi? No. It's Reiko. It's gotta be Reiko. Reiko. No, never mind. I don't know why I thought that. That was stupid. That was stupid. Shimata, there's no way to beat Shimata again. What if it's Keiki? No. Want Tatsuki's sister? Wait, like, you mean like... What the hell is the other one's name? Yorahime? What should I... Hime. Serial? I don't think it'd be Serial, because she doesn't have any warm colors on her color palette. It's probably a PC90 character at the top. I don't know off the top of my head. Probably. It's just like teal or whatever that's in the middle here that's really throwing me off. But you can see the design very vaguely. Kind of see it. Fuck it, orange. I forget that she's the thing. I know it's not her though, obviously. Louise? Nope. I'm out of PC98 characters. I hope it's not a PC98 character. Sarah? Nope. Just guess. Isn't that one annoying character? There's a lot of annoying characters. Wait. Who? I know it's a diary art, isn't it? I think it's a diary art. One who created Reimu's orbs, Misamaru. Nope. For a second I thought it was like they have their hands like on their hips or something, but I don't think that's it. Heel. There's no character named Heel. There's no character named Heel. Might actually be Kikri. No, there's no way it's Kikri. Why is it Kikri? Why? 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 No Windows has direct teal. No Windows has direct teal. You're kind of right. I've been to Mata. True. True. All right, Lunatic. Okay, I had to guess. Okay, I was. Every time I do one of these, I'm low-key, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm like low-key really hoping I can get yet another clip of me just like one-tapping the character, because it's happened twice now. Flandre? No. Oh, it's, wait, could that be Waka? Because Waka would be sitting and then that's her tail, her mermaid tail? No, it's not. Me? Kaneko. That's one of the characters I one-banged. That's one of the characters I one-tapped. It was a Kaneko, guess. Is this Sakuya again? No, never mind. Mei Ling? I doubt it. It looks like they're kind of standing. They got their back kind of arched, and they're like throwing something out, like hand to the side, like throwing it. Sage. Oh, you're so right. No, because it's not the Windows pose. It's not Seija. Aya? Maybe Aya. No. You see these artworks? I think that was probably the point, is that they wanted to do that so that it wasn't super easy, because if it was a Zen art, it might have been really easy. Hatat? They're 100% in the standing in the pose that I'm thinking. Oh. That's not Reiko? Oh, wait. Isn't that the new bird girl? Jimmy? Jimmy? No, that wouldn't be the same pose. Momiji? There's no way it's Momiji. It can't be, yeah. Megumu? Oh, maybe Megumu? No. What? What it was? What? Why are you getting these? What? LARP Yogi is not LARP Yogi anymore. Bro, what the hell am I looking at? What? Oh, it's a PC98 game, isn't it? It's not HTTP, is it? No. It's gotta be one of the PC98 games. Because I don't think any of those look like that. I don't think. Put this back on because I don't know why it's quiet. Where's my music at? What? What the hell? Am I crazy? Where did my music go? Why did my audio just stop? What is going on? Is that Mystic Square? Maybe. Maybe? Which one is that? Is it 3 or 4? Oh, it's 5. Oops, I'm dumb. I just saw it. He got it. He got it. Music. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting them mixed up. Hang on. Wait, stop. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What'd I do? What'd I do? Sorry, I had to quick and swap it over so I don't accidentally dox myself or something. I don't know what it was. I know what it was gonna show. Yeah, you're right. Okay, okay. I hear like Touhou 6 or like I hear like Touhou 7 music start and I immediately get like angry because I'm like, dude, this is my favorite game. There's no way I fucked this up. There's no way I'm gonna fuck this up. I always get so fucking scared. Guys, I'm getting dude, that's da 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 dun da 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 dun da 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 da. I got it. It's the Funky Cat. Dun 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 dun. No, it's not a Tasmore game. It's one of the more recent games. I just am blanking on which one it was. Like I hear the song in my head. I know what song it is. I just don't remember who it belongs to. No, that wouldn't be Sake. I'll do it anyways. That wouldn't be Sake. Dude, I'm so mad. Like, it's gotta be Touhou 16, right? No, I got this. It's Touhou 16, right? It's gotta be. Not you, is it? No. Dude, I'm blanking so hard, I'm gonna get mad. Oh my gosh. Dude, is it Touhou 16? Chat. Is it Touhou 16? Thank that one fan game for carrying me here. Is it Touhou 16 or am I completely wrong? Not 16? Okay, I'm not even... Minnie, what's up, buddy? Meow. How's it going? Just meow. Hi, how's it going? How you been, buddy? Yeah, give me the game. It'll probably snap in my head. It'll probably pop in my head as soon as you say it. Dude, I haven't played 17 in so long. You?
That's how good I am.
Bitch, ding bong, ding dong, here comes my ding dong. Thank you, Markiplier. Who did that? Thank you, Reverb. Very cool, Reverb. Gotta do something, because I don't... Gotta DM you something, because I don't... Yeah, no worries. Yachi? Guys, I don't know who this is. It's also 17.5. Who the hell would it be? What? I know Yuma game, but it's not Yuma. Is it right? Chimkin! It's Chimkin! I got it. Besides what I DM'd you, I really got into EU4 and I'm having fun. I mean, hell yeah! What's EU4 again? I'm being dumb, I think. What is that again? Oh, I'm so mad I fucked that up. Alright. Lunatic mode. Dun 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 dun. I think. I mean, I don't know. Yuma? Not Yuma, sorry. Yuka. Close enough. Same guy. Universal Europe RTS game. Oh shit! Hell yeah, hope you've been having fun with that. Dude, I know this song. Again, I know this song, but I don't know who it belongs to. Oh my gosh. It's gotta be one of the obvious ones, right? I know this song. It's not orange. It's not gonna be orange, but I'll do it just because. No, no. Alice is not Alice. I just tried Alice. I just tried Alice. Yeah, I'll check DMs in a sec. Don't worry, buddy. I'll check in a second. Just naming some 98 characters? I know, I know. I don't know 98 characters. Who would it be? Mara? Mara. I'm a genius! Thank goodness I like Mara. Oh gosh, I wouldn't have. I only remember her name because I kind of liked her and thought she was funny. Got him. I got him. All right. That's all of that. Did I miss any? Oh no, I did that. Cover blur. Did all the classic modes. Where's my phantasm mode? I did all of these. I did all the classics. I did all the musics. I did the cover blurs. Singular. I don't know why I made a plural. Alright, one training dojo for fun. Lunatic. What is this? This is just normal Marasa. Really quickly. 412 after stage 4, we'll do Touhou 8. We'll do Aaron. Touhou 8 before stage 6. Stage 5 is Benoy. Oh, Pei. Fitting way to end the stream given what we just read. Funny how that works. Alright, alright. That was good. That was fun. The totals are always fun to do. I am always very excited to do those, to be honest. Tewi Troll. Tewi Troll is back. Well, yeah. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I'm okay. So because I missed Saturday, if I can, tomorrow I'm gonna try to stream Touhou. Maybe I might end up streaming something else. I don't really know yet. I haven't decided yet. I haven't the slightest clue. Because I did miss yesterday because I wasn't feeling good and I was busy and I just had too much going on. I wouldn't have been able to stream. Yeah. Plans for the next week? Touhou, obviously. Probably starting the next Resident Evil if I can. Can't watch it? You have a tournament? A tournament? For what? What do you mean you have a tournament? Are you allowed to share? I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Smiles cutely. Sorry, not sorry. Fuck you. Do Smash Bros. Competitively? Okay, so you're gonna send me the stream, right? So I can watch, right? Right. Come on. Come on. If they have a stream, if they do, you better send it to me or I'm gonna cry. I will cry. That is not a threat. That is just a promise. That's just a flat out promise. Yeah, I'll figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. Touhou, Resident Evil, League, Deadlock, one of those games. I haven't figured it out yet. Try to make it on camera. Hell yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be sick as hell to see. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Like I said, tomorrow around the usual time I'll try to stream. If not tomorrow, then Tuesday. Maybe I am a find them on the camera mechanic. That's what I fucking thought. And you got offended when I suggested it. You are literally a walking, talking, breathing, Touhou playing, find them on the camera mechanic. That's what I thought. That's what I fucking thought. I know what you are. I knew what you were all along. No way you're performing at LEC Summer Season? No way. Badass. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna go past the hell out. You saw me what I'm truly for? Exactly. This time, next time, don't doubt me. Okay? Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna go pass out. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And, I'll see you guys next time, okay? Okay? Alright. Bye-bye! Laters, everyone! Bye-bye! Laters, everyone! Unfriendly reminder. You know what I'm gonna say, don't you? You're waiting for me to say it, aren't you? I'm in your fucking walls, bitch. Bye!